I'm using a Microsoft Surface computer with a default screen resolution of 2736 by 1824, and the gCADPlus screen that you see here is crystal clear, particularly if we move down to the status line, down the bottom of the screen here, and look at the spacing of text, snap, grid, ortho and so on are clear and nicely spaced. However, if you're fortunate enough to not one but own a computer with high resolution performance, some of them available now have 4K resolution generated by high-end graphics cards, and you might find that the display of gCADPlus is not optimal. And if we look at the figure below, one of our users in the US has sent us this screen grab, and particularly if we look at, if we zoom a window in that status line area there, can you see the overlap, the crowding that occurs in the status line? And I'll just zoom previous, and that is even worse when you look at some of the, if we go here, in that situation, if you go to layers, one of these pop-up boxes here, again all of the text gets cramped. Our US user has done some good research on this, and he finds that it's a problem with the scaling of the font. So in his system, it automatically, picking the highest resolution that the system is capable of, a 200% scaling is placed on gCADPlus, and that causes the problem. A similar problem was reported by a user in Western Australia, and he fixed it to his satisfaction by just stepping back one level from the maximum resolution that the system was capable of. We've had a third report of this sort of problem from a user in the UK, where he had a high resolution monitor and a system where the monitor was one of these landscape monitors, and he had a similar sort of issue, but also noticed that the problem was related to a scale option. In his case, it was a little weird that if he dropped the resolution while gCADPlus was running, he dropped the resolution to 125%, things came good, and for some reason found out by accident if he kept it loaded and changed the scale back to 250, it looked fine. So you can, I'll put in the notes to this movie a reference to this, but if you search on gCADPlus for the word cramped, you'll come up with this particular, in a sense these are workarounds to the problem. We've put that on the gCADPlus wish list to look at, have our programmers look at it, but I hope you can see it's a complex situation of a relationship between our software and Windows and the version of Windows and the hardware that various people use. So hopefully that will help people in the future with a workaround. Maybe Windows 12 will fix it.